Hello, my name is Roxanne Bronsard, and it's my pleasure to welcome you today. Alterna is presenting for Cybersecurity Awareness Month 2023, which is internationally recognized, and we hope that you benefit from our presentation today. The presentation will concentrate on how you may protect not only yourself, but your family members and friends while you are online. Today's agenda will include fake websites, phishing emails, scammer phone calls, protecting your email, and social media. With the vast number of natural disasters, unrest, and health concerns happening around the world right now, hackers are using these opportunities to attempt to defraud and take advantage of people's innate goodness or their instinct to help. Fraudulent activities may include disinformation, false donation campaigns, fake refunds, or emails with links attempting to collect health information or other personal information. Scams may not only be for charities, but for fake rental listings, fake contractors, fake relief agencies, application fees, cleanup of debris. The list goes on and on. Today, we're going to look at how to identify a phishing email, a fake website, and what to do with a scammer phone call. So first off, we want to ensure that we have all the information at our disposal to identify a legitimate website against a non-legitimate website. So when you open a website, at the top toolbar, if you will, there is a URL, a universal resource locator, and that is the standard naming convention for the website. So that's where you type in www.ebay.ca or costco.ca. So you want to look in front of those for the HTTPS at the beginning of that URL. You want to check to make sure that there is a lock that is closed or unbroken, because that will indicate that the site is secure and encrypted. We'll show you how you can take a look at the security status of the browser and verify that the security socket layer certificate is intact. So the security socket layer is a type of encryption that ensures that any transactions on that type are in fact secure. So here are a couple of the website symbols. The first one being the lock allows you to ensure that the website is secure. The second one, the circle with the what looks like an eye inside of it, lets you know that this site might not be that secure or it's for information only. So this type of site might be something you see if you're looking up a recipe or you're looking at a blogger, you're gathering information for yourself, but you're not providing any information into that website. The third symbol you may see could be a red triangle with an exclamation mark in it. This indicates that the site is not secure and could be dangerous. So here what we've done is we've taken a screenshot from ebay.ca and we've accessed the lock contents by scrolling our mouse over the lock and then right-clicking on the lock itself. As you go down, you can see a little bit more information. You can see that eBay is traded on NASDAQ. You can see that the connection is secure. We see permissions for the site, which include cookies and tracking. I'd like to discuss those two things. There seems to be often some confusion between cookies and tracking. So cookies are small files that are used by websites to save browsing information, and those would be your browsing preferences. Perhaps how big you like the font, where you like the pictures to be displayed, what currency you prefer to shop in. So if you leave the website and come back on another day, those preferences are going to be saved. Tracking, on the other hand, collects and stores and analyzes information about your activity on the website. So it might provide more information to a vendor regarding, how you shop or types of things you shop for. Often this information is of high value. So when you first log on to a website, you might see something here, like we've displayed here. It's a kind of a disclaimer, if you will, indicates that the website uses cookies, and you can either accept all the cookies, you can accept without the tracking cookies. And often now they actually provide a drop down where you can pick and choose which you prefer. I myself don't like cookies. I don't use tracking at all. I don't believe that anyone else really needs to know what I'm using the internet for or how. So this is a screenshot of our alterna.ca website. You can see it's got the secure lock verifying that we own the website and that it is secure. It's got the secure URL or universal remote locator, HTTPS. It's also got contact information. So a reputable site will have a link for contact information, whether they will either provide you with an email or they'll provide you with a form where you can reach out to them. You'll also see, if you scroll to the bottom of the page, there is a link about privacy and security. And this is where their policies on how they use your information and how they keep your member information secure would be located. A less reputable site might not provide this information to you. So, review on websites. If you want to make a donation or purchase something from a vendor, I would strongly suggest that you go directly to the vendor or donation site's website. Don't click on a link in an email or on a social media site. We see a lot of new donation sites popping up, Facebook, Instagram, click here and you can donate to this. Again, I would strongly suggest that you go directly to the website so that you can ensure that your money's going where you want it to go. So we're going to take a look at phishing emails. And I don't know about anyone out there, but I am inundated with phishing emails. These are typically emails looking for me to participate in something, trying to gather my information. A lot of email vendors, I have noted, do have a kind of a filter at their top layer. So some stuff doesn't quite get through to you, but quite a bit does. So in this case, this is one that was sent to me. Imitating Canada Post. It's very well done. It's well, very well done. It's often hard, especially when we're rushing. And in this day and age, we're all in a rush. We have kids, we have families, we have homes, we have mortgages, we have jobs. We need to move quickly. So really what I'm asking you to do is slow down and use your due diligence to protect yourself. So here we can see a couple of things. There's poor grammar. The email was not directed to me, myself by name. The image itself is not of great quality. So in this case, the other thing is they're asking me to click on the link and provide $2.75 Canadian to have Canada Post attempt to deliver the package again. I've not heard of this before. So I would strongly suggest that that is not correct. The idea that this is going to be returned to the warehouse and never available to me again, very threatening. This is the type of tactics that are used in these emails to get you to click and provide your information. My suggestion would be go to the Canada Post website or call your local Canada Post and ask them, is there a package here for me? Also ask yourself, was I anticipating a package delivery? If not, then it's probably not for you. This one I love. I see this quite a bit on social media. This is the free giveaway, the free money, whatever it happens to be. Just click this link and we're going to send you this item. So I can tell you this one was actually gone through. And what would happen here, if you clicked on the confirm here in this one, you would be redirected to a pop-up and it would say, congratulations, you're the lucky winner of the day, as if you were the only person to ever see this. And please complete a short survey for a chance to win either the $500 or an iPhone or a Samsung Galaxy or something of value. So, and once you answer all the questions and hit submit, you would get another notification saying, congratulations, you qualified for winning this product. And we want to say thank you for your participation, but we need you to pay $1 for shipping. And this is where they get you. That $1 needs to be paid by credit card. And if you include your name, address, phone number, that would be very helpful as well. This is how these criminals get your personal information or steal your identity, your credit card numbers. If you really want to know if this is in fact a legitimate benefit to you or a contest, go to the vendor's website and check it out for yourself. So review phishing emails. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And never click on an unsolicited email link. If you're getting something for free, definitely go to the vendor's website. Unless you have initiated the request, just delete the email. Scammer calls. I always find this truly, truly interesting. I'm going to play for you on the next slide a couple of scammer calls, just as an example of what we see right now.
Hello, this is Alice calling from the underwriting department regarding your Discover credit card account. Based on your recent payment activity and balance, you are eligible for an interest rate reduction to as low as 1.9%. To take advantage of this limited time offer, please call Card Member Services directly at 1-800-694-0048. Once again, that's 1-800-694-0048. This will be the only notice you receive, and this offer is only valid for 3 business days. Thank you.
So I'm going to go back to that slide because I just want to review what we've heard there. So, you know, a short-term offer for you, give us a call. Most of these calls sound similar. So according to the National Post, there was an article on September the 13th of 2023, and close to half of Canadians say they've been targeted by a scamming campaign. And the telecommunications sector has experienced a 400% increase in fraud attempts in the last year. So they are doing everything they can, but the technology is you know, it's just ahead of them. These scammers have the time and the funds and the knowledge to figure out whatever they put in place. It's really unfortunate. I know my grandfather, very, very smart man. He got a phone call one day saying that one of my aunts had been in a serious car accident and she needed money as soon as possible. And he immediately hung up the phone, and he was in his 90s, lived on his own till he was in his 90s, and hung up the phone and immediately called my aunt and verified. But this is what scammers are counting on. They're counting on that sense of urgency, that fear, that we're not going to be able to think rationally about what's going on. So I really ask you to take your time and think about what they're saying. You know, the offer's too good to be true. They don't have any personal details about you, so they're going to ask you for your personal details. That sense of you got to do it now because it's only going to last for a day. Not true. So what to look for? The message is often pre-recorded. It's often a fantastic deal, but only for a short period of time. They're calling not necessarily just from Visa, but from underwriting. You know, that kind of scam. And then they'll say, well, what Visa card do you have, ma'am? Well, what's your Visa card number? Just hang up the phone. That is really my best suggestion. And here it is. Yeah, don't be intimidated. Don't allow them to intimidate you. Don't allow them to be rude with you. You have all of the control. And I know for a while there was a scam going around about they would call and say that your computer was infected. There's absolutely no way that anyone else can know what is going on your computer as far as infection. Don't ever let that one scam you. Don't ever give anyone access to your computer when they call you. Absolutely not. Go to your, you know, if you're concerned, go to your friend, go to your adult child. go to Staples and ask them, somewhere reputable, ask them. But if someone initiates the call to you, then no, there's probably nothing wrong. And definitely don't give out any personal information over the phone. So we're going to take a look at email and spam. So I have a couple of email best practices. People sometimes find them difficult, but quite honestly, this is a fantastic way of keeping organized. I strongly suggest you use a separate email account for each of the following. One email account for banking, bill paying, mortgage, anything like that. One bank account for any type of subscription, Sirius Radio, online magazines, forums, groups, that type of thing. And then one separate email account for your personal email for family and friends that you use to stay in touch. The reason being, if one of those gets breached, the rest will not. So let's say you're the one where you have your online magazines and forums, one of those groups gets breached. There's no access to any of your banking information, no access to any of your family information or your contact lists in those as well. Don't use your email password for any other website or social media. Again, every single account you have should have a different email. You need to use a password. You need to use a unique password for each of those accounts and make them strong. Please do not use anything that you remember easily, like your anniversary date, your dog's name, your cat's name, your child's middle name. All of that information can be garnered eventually. We suggest the use of a password protector or a password keeper. And these pieces of software can be put on a computer or your phone. You only have to remember, it's like a vault. You only have to remember one password to get into it, and then it has all your passwords inside. And all of those passwords, again, really need to be unique. So a review, never send personal information via email, especially emails that you did not initiate. There may be situations where you do need to send some information. I would ask the person receiving it if they have any kind of secure method of sending that information. And that information includes your credit card number, bank account information, bank account number, your social insurance number, your driver's license, even health information. Really, no one else needs to know that information except perhaps you and your physician or professional. Social media. I love social media. I think everybody does. We're a little bit addicted to it. But there are a couple of things that we need to remember. Again, unique password for every single account. And when you open up those accounts initially, whether it is Facebook, Instagram, X, which I believe used to be Twitter, be sure to take a look at their privacy settings. Go into the privacy settings and make it yours. Decide whether or not you want only your family to see your posts or everyone to see your posts. Do you want to receive information from people outside of your group or only people that you've been friends with? All these are available to you, but it is time consuming. And you will get emails saying that privacy settings have been upgraded or they've changed their privacy policies. Definitely review those when you receive them. Never click on an unknown source or link in one of those social media websites. Never post personal details on social media accounts. And this is a big one for me. Those posts where people have said, my husband and I are, going to Cuba for 2 weeks. The guy that usually does our snow blowing, he's not available. Does anybody have a good suggestion for who could do that for us? I have concerns about that, because what's happened if you have opened up a big can of worms there. You've let people know that you're not going to be available, but your laneway will be plowed and it's going to be easy for someone to rob you. So watch what you post online and watch for new friends. These are people you've never met before that decide they want to be part of your circle. If you haven't met them, they're probably not friends. So the next slide, we actually provide a very interesting video on how social media can be used against you.
Dag Fien. Even. Ik zie een school tegen Antwerpen.
Ja,
Insecten.
alsjeblieft.
Ik voel 2 insecten op je rug. Kan dat?
Ja, vlinders.
Slovenië?
Zo, hè.
Een moto. Oranje. Pas erop. Zenit.
Oui, oui, bien.
Je hebt een vriendin. Julie de... Met wie?
Ja.
Een boeiend liefdesleven. 3, 4...
Die vierde, daar zwijg ik meestal over, dus dat weten niet veel mensen.
Hoe is het met je spierscheur? Maison rouge, balkon, blanc. Ja. Ik zie geld, ik zie transacties. Maar kent je rekeningnummer van buiten? Ik denk dat ik het wel weet. Die staat wel negatief op je bankrekening.
Ja?
97. Last month, you spent €200 on alcohol. Vorige maand €300 aan kleding gespendeerd. 8.
Ja.
5. Voor een huis dat van eigenaar gaat veranderen. €795.000.
Ja, eigenlijk.
41.
Ja.
Is dat juist?
Ja, dat is juist. Oh my god. Oh nee. Ah, dat is, ik weet niet hoe eng.
So I always find that video very interesting. We have a couple more resources here for you. If you go to the alterna.ca website and go to the privacy and security folder, we have tips for staying safe online. There is some postings as well as videos that I'm sure you'll find very interesting. As well, if you go to getcybersafe.gc.ca, this is a fantastic resource. This is Security for Canada. They have, again, videos, they have games, they have information, and it's geared for children, parents, and seniors as well. So definitely a very good resource to take advantage of. So I'm just going to post our legal blurb for a moment, and I want to say thank you very much for joining us today, and I hope you found our presentation helpful.